dad ended up living in the streets here in San Diego, you know, still doing drugs and still, you know, putting his time and the things that he wanted to do into that. And so, you know, I seen that, you know what I mean? I seen that process of just being tore down and basically being brought down to the bottom, you know what I mean? And the way that drugs and starting off at a young age really took a toll on their life, you know what I'm saying? I seen it always led to a dead end, you know what I mean?
I can still see the light at the end of the tunnel shine through the dark times, even when I lose my mind. But it feels like no one in the world is listening, and I can't ever seem to make the right decisions. I walk around in the same haze, I'm still caught in my same ways. I'm losing time in these strange days, but somehow I always know the right things to say.
I would just say, man, I mean, you gotta look around you, and you gotta definitely look and see what the effects that drugs has on people, you know what I mean? Not only look around and see if you know anybody that's positive. Just because you think they might be cool doesn't mean they're cool at all, you know what I'm saying? I know a billion times more people that are cooler that don't do drugs than people that do drugs, you know what I mean? It just comes down to knowing if you got the strength inside, you know what I'm saying? And knowing who, if you wanna have, you know, respect or self-respect for yourself, that's what it comes down to.
You can sing until there's no song left, and I can scream until the world goes deaf. For every other word left unsaid, you should have took the time to read the sign and see what it meant.
Thing is, for me, like, I never really had peer pressure, like of any of my homies saying, hey dude, you need to try this, because I had real homies, you know what I'm saying? That, like, if they even offered that to me and I said no, and then they'll understand straight up. So if you got people that are like telling you gotta try this, and they're actually like making you feel whack about not doing it, then those ain't your homies anyways. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people you're gonna forget about in 2 or 3 years from now when you're out of high school and junior high or whatever. Those guys fall by the wayside. The true homies are the ones you can catch like a natural high on, and you can do those little natural things and feel the same vibe. Those are the homies that stick around.
Last day of the rest of my life, I wish I would've known, cause I didn't kiss my mama goodbye. I didn't tell her that I loved her, how much I cared. I thank my pops for all the talks and all the wisdom he shared. Unaware, I just did what I always do. Every day the same routine before I skate off to school. But who knew that this day wasn't like the rest? Instead of taking the test, I took 2 to the chest.
And all my friends that really got into surfing and skating, that was more of an outlet for us to like not get into trouble, because we were so consumed.
It's like we looked for things to get into that, you know, that didn't hurt ourselves and didn't hurt people around us, and you know, and we were cooler than the people that were doing drugs.
To be hugged, whatever it was, I know it's because we are the youth of the nation.
We actually called it, dude, I'm on a natural. I'm gonna go catch a natural today. And it was like, whether it was surfing or whether it was a little road trip, you know, or jumping on our bikes and just cruising around the town.
Those are the things to me that definitely, I know for a fact, kept me out of, you know, ever even wanting to try like drugs or do anything like that, because I was just so motivated into being better at surfing or skating, or just finding that natural flavor, you know what I mean? And it was like, we got older and the music came, and it was like, once we started playing shows, it was like, you didn't want to be whack, so we just rehearsed every single day in our garage. It was like, we didn't have time to party, dude. It was like, I want to try to get this riff down. It just kind of brought me to another path, you know what I mean? Music, you know, especially the kind of music we play, there's a lot of aggression you get out, and you get to do it all, you know what I mean? So, you know, I've been blessed, for sure, there's no doubt about it. And I think it's really important, whether it be sports, you know, if that's your thing, or if it's doing something like riding waves or just skating with your buddies. I think the main thing is camaraderie. You gotta be with some bros, you know what I mean? You gotta have a group of people that you know enjoy the same thing. And
so you just gotta listen to your heart and know that you're better than that, and you know, why do it? If they're tempting you with that stuff, man, they're not the ones for you, they're just tearing you down. So you're cool without doing it. Don't let anybody tell you anything different, you know what I mean?
if you're hard and you're dope and you're cool and you know it, then you're gonna be able to say no. That's the bottom line.
from the street. And only somebody who wasn't would think it was something to glorify.
I'm a street dancer. You know, I grew up popping in the Bronx, so for me, popping was the thing. And drugs is not an option for me, period. When people were out doing drugs, I thought about it. I made a split decision in my head. I said I could do this, which is what I wanted to do, dance, or I could do that.
Now, while watching this Jordan Knight video, check out the guy. It's to, I guess that's camera right, to Jordan's right in the video. He's wearing a red sweater. It's rather tight. His name's Darrin Henson. He's actually the choreographer of the video. And you'll notice that, well, he's just better than everybody, I guess. He's just better dancer than everybody there.
I've choreographed for such artists as Michael Jackson, Prince, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jennifer Lopez, Vanessa Williams, Donna Summers, George Michaels. I mean, the list goes on and on. I won the MTV Music Award for a video called Bye 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 that was done for NSYNC. And what I found was that body of work that I did then was from the efforts that I created then, with the energy that I had then. So that's the best high I could have, is knowing that I can do whatever I want to do in my life. I can change my life and make it even better, and I can help change other people's lives. For me, dance was used as a tool to make me feel good about myself. So it's what I focused on. Not everything was great in my life at the time. My family was broken up. There were people on drugs that I knew in my family. There were people selling drugs in the street. Friends of mine that were going to jail, friends of mine that were dying. These are your options. Which one do you want? You know, sometimes I talk to people and I say, close your eyes and think about what your life is like. Really feel it. Close your eyes and think about what your life is like now, and if you don't change it. And then go into 10 years, 20 years, and even far as 30 years, not changing your life, not doing what you want to do, not ever being successful, feeling like a failure. And I say, now don't open your eyes. Now think about being successful. Think about making the right choices. Think about living drug-free. Think about all the money you made. Think about the money that you've given to other people to help them in their lives. And I say, now open your eyes. Now the negative has not happened. So right now you have the choice to never allow it to happen. And you can choose that good over the bad. I think that's a very strong campaign, because saying no is very, very powerful. Because saying no means saying yes to life. Saying no means saying yes to success. Saying no means success and life for the future and creation. So it's not just saying no, it's saying yes to all the great things that you can call to your life.
Something about performing and creation has always inspired me, and it served as discipline and escape. and a forum where I could actually explore and be me.
Ladies in the club, get 'em up, let's go. Fellas in the club, get 'em up, let's go. Everybody in the club, get 'em up, let's go. Get your hands up in the air.
I was a loner in high school because I knew that trying to fit in just didn't work, and there was always conflict. You know, whether it be drugs, whether it be fights, whether it be girlfriend and boyfriend situation. And trying to fit in was really difficult, just being a teenager. But I was very aware of the consequences because of what I saw happen to other people. You can have fun all day long. You can be cool all day long, but it's really not cool when you get to a point where you're strung out, because that can happen. There's really no coming back from it if you abuse a situation, because one time can mean the rest of your life. You know, that's with boys, that's with drugs, that's with violence, anything. Too much of anything is not healthy for you. And back to me personally, I've never been tempted, but I would never ever want to disappoint myself or the people that I love like that. Sometimes you do have to isolate yourself or get involved with other people that can bring some, you know, healthy decisions around you. And that's really difficult when you're trying to please everyone. Everyone has issues and problems, and we all have our dark and lowest moments ever, and we always want to find something to fulfill that hole in our life or that pain. And running from the problem and trying to fix it temporarily, it's going to catch up to you 10 times harder. The thing that worked for me when I felt like I couldn't turn towards my parents, or it was too personal of an issue to discuss with friends or people that I didn't know, I wrote down in a diary, you know, what was bothering me. Writing about it at least lets it out, and talking about it lets it out. Still today, honestly, problems don't go away because life is very short. You know, tomorrow can be gone just like that.
Cute, but it's such a shame your mama didn't teach you better, man. Let's keep it moving now. Next stop, we about to hit the VIP room. Wedding up and box like.
Seeing other places and other things and what you could do and make greatness out of was a high for me.
I would say my natural high is waking up in the morning and realizing that this could be the best day of my life. Knowing that we're going to play a show in a really cool city that I've never been to before, and I'm excited to find out about it. I guess it's more of an approach to life that this is going to be a really good thing, and I want to make the most of every day.
Sunshine, won't you be my mother? Sunshine, come and help me sing.
I think for me, it's not a matter of saying no to drugs, it's a matter of saying yes to all the other alternatives. Because I don't think that they correlate.
There's no one on drugs that will say to you, it's been great. Things have worked out really well. I just do drugs and it's awesome. There haven't been any problems with it. You know, no one ever says that. Never.
Shadows through the sunshine. The shadows through the sunshine. Yeah, shine.
You know, as far as like your performance goes as a musician, you know, I guess it's similar to an athlete. Like you train, you rehearse, you practice, you put all this work into it, and then to get up in front of people and risk blowing it because you're completely high or you're, you know, totally drunk or something, you know, it takes so much work to get there that you don't want to risk, you know, not being at your best. Man, I can't imagine where it would go if we had that interference of drugs in our life.
Thank you, we're Switchfoot from San Diego.
Think about where you want to be, you know, in like 5 or 10 years or something, and Don't make, you're making decisions right now that will either take you that direction or not take you that direction.
It's good to be able to think about the future, even though, sometimes at the age of 16 or 18, the age of 28 feels like a lifetime away. Every decision that I made when I was 16 has led me to where I am now.
Just watch VH1 Behind the Music, and it's like every band it's like the story. Like every time, it's like after this commercial, things take a turn for the worse. The band gets into the whole rock and roll, drugs, and drinking. And so it's like how many bands could have been really, really awesome, huge bands if they hadn't screwed it up?
To look at people that were clean and really talented at the same time, and didn't need drugs to expand their mind, but rather really wanted to be in the moment.
I've heard this a lot. Like people are like, yeah, I just need to escape. I just need an escape. I have so many problems, and so I drink or I just get high to escape them. You know what I mean? It's a mask. Like it's a temporary escape, but it doesn't fix anything. Like it doesn't help anything, it doesn't fix anything. You escape, you come back, things are exactly the way they are.
When we first started the band, you'd be hanging out backstage and with other bands, and somebody would be doing drugs or be offering you drugs, and to kind of stick together as a group, it was great for us to be able to look at each other and say, hey, let's get out of here, we have something better to do, we're gonna go find something more fun. And to not be afraid to be the guy to call it and say, you know what, I think we're going to leave. Thanks, but no thanks. You can't be afraid to say no.
I just say, think about the future. Like there's so many more opportunities and things coming up in your life that you don't want to screw up right now by getting on a wrong path. It's like you're jumping on a subway that's headed the wrong direction. And you go that way, and it's all of a sudden like you can't. It's not as easy to find your way back.
Yeah, life's too short to delay reality. You only have a short time on this earth, and you want to live it well. So
live it to its fullest, and taking drugs is not living it to its fullest.
Playing music is a natural high.
My name is John Sunt. I produced this movie. The reason I produced it is because I lost my two little brothers to drugs. If you had told me in middle school that I would have lost my little brothers to drugs, I would have said no way. But it happened. My little brother Steve started using drugs in middle school, and it caught up to him. He died of a cocaine overdose in the backseat of a cop car. He left behind a beautiful little girl. He didn't think getting involved in drugs would kill him, but it did.
I lost my dad when I was 5 years old to drugs. I can't go back and change what happened, but I can sit here today and tell you what drugs took from me. And that was a life with my dad. Find your natural high and stay away from drugs.
My little brother Eric's story is a little different. He used drugs in high school and then he quit. But the drugs he used were bad and they messed up his brain. He developed a severe mental illness, and he spent 6 years in a mental institution. When my little brother Steve died, I had to drive up to the mental institution and tell Eric that we had just buried his brother. Eric ended up taking his life. My message to you today, if you think you can use drugs and get away with it, you really can't. I'm here to tell you, find your natural high. You can choose life or you can choose death. A natural high is life.